Good evening, everybody. This is Candid Conversation. I am your host, your laid back, down to earth life coach, Aisha isReal, and we're getting ready to get started. So I am really excited. This is our season finale of season 6. Can you believe that? Yeah, I'm just so excited because for so many different reasons. This is season 6, and of course, when I started this, I didn't know that we were going to have even just 2 seasons. So I'm really excited that we are rounding the end of season 6, and we are going to have a season 7. We already have Boss Chicks lined up. We have Boss Chicks scheduled. I need to talk to my Spotlight crew to see how we're looking for season 7. Um, but yeah, this has just been an amazing season. I was really pleased with the season, except for, a couple of hiccups that we had with some technical difficulties. And of course, I'm going to look into that and make sure we don't have those for season 7. But yeah, I'm just really happy. I want to thank you for consistently tuning in, for supporting us, for sending us your questions and your scenarios, or if they're not yours, send in somebody's questions and scenarios. But we are having a lot of fun answering them, and we do have some more to do this evening. So we're going to try to finish out the ones that we have tonight. We have a lot of time. We do not have a boss chick interview scheduled for tonight because we have several questions, several personal truths, a few scenarios that I want to finish out, just because I'm not really sure how long we've had them. And I want to make sure that people who have been waiting for their questions to be answered and their scenarios to be read, that we get to them and we can start season 7 fresh with new questions. So, having said that, send in your questions, send in your scenarios. You can ask us your personal truths. Some of them, if I feel like they're too invasive, the personal truths, I will not ask those. But what else? Yeah, I thank you for all of my boss chick interviews. You guys have been amazing. I feel like you all have given us some very important information. Thank you for sharing your journeys with us. Um, what else? Thank you for just being real people and being willing to help inspire more people to be leaders and to just give their best in our community. Let's see. Oh, and there are a lot of things going on right now. I just earlier this week, I had kind of a little bit of a discussion on Facebook regarding Brittany Griner. So I don't know how many episodes you watched, but this entire season, Brittany Griner has been on my mind because she was, detained, incarcerated, went to trial, and all of these things. And so she's finally home, and I'm happy about that. I'm sure her family is happy about that. But I was a little bit disappointed about the trade that was made. I did not like that at all. I really felt like an arms dealer was a big deal. But as it was explained on, I think I watched the Roland Martin show, it was explained that Russia wasn't really trying to negotiate. They basically said this guy for Brittany Griner or nothing at all, which is kind of a tough situation to be put in. I was told that they tried to negotiate to get other Americans released and they were not going for it. So they did what they could do. And hopefully they're not done trying to get other Americans back. But having said all of that, despite not having a boss chick interview, I wanted to just make sure I get a few things said. So I typically am not really good at self promotion. So I'm going to try my best. But I do have a book called End of Silent Suffering that I would love for you to purchase. I would love for you to read. It is a good read. I had it reader tested before I published it to make sure that it was readable. I did not just publish a book just to say I'm an author, just to have a book out there. It is good information, and I have gotten feedback that it's valuable information. So I hope that you will support the book. You can get it on Amazon. And what else? Shine and Shimmer is the company that makes our wine glasses, and I haven't put my wine in mind yet. Sorry, it's very cute. It has our Girl Talk logo on it. Um, Latanya Beasley Cotter of Be Easily Created does our custom shirts. Let's see, what else do I need to promote? Oh, please like and subscribe. So like us on Facebook under Candid Conversations, like us on YouTube under Aisha isReal. I think I've covered all the bases. So we are going to have a really good discussion tonight. So if you haven't already, please get your wine, sit back, relax, and join the conversation. You have to put comments in the comment section so we know that you're here. We'll love to respond to you. And if you have any questions for me, if there's something that I did not touch on, please let me know. But there is a Boss Chick application. So if you know somebody who is a Boss Chick and would love to promote their business or talk with me about their journey, please complete and submit the Boss Chick application so we can get them on the show. And now, today is T Money Monday. So you know who's here. We have Taryn T Money Ferrer with some more financial information, helping you get your money right. So I want to bring her up. This is our season finale. I'm excited that she's here with us, rounding out the season. And I know, because she always does, that she's coming to you with some very good information. So sit tight. Next up is our spotlight on money with Taryn.
Hey y'all, hey, what is up? Happy holidays. It is Taryn T Money Ferrer checking in for our money spotlights. And I am so excited to talk to y'all about financial goals today. But of course, before we do that, want to let you know that I am a financial coach and I love to do it. And I especially love to help ambitious women do what they need to do to manage their money and their mindset. And so we're almost at the end of 2022, y'all. Can you believe it? And so with that, we're already starting to think about what do we want to accomplish next year in 2023 for our financial goals. So the tip that I want to give you today is not only around how to set some financial goals, but also just some things that you want to consider after you've set your goals. All right. So the first thing is, when you are setting a financial goal, it's similar to other goals you might set in your life. Okay. You ideally want to have when you want to achieve it by. When we are talking financial goals or anything that has to do with finances, we want to know exactly how much money that we want to accumulate or have or work with in order to reach the goal. That is so, so important. So you want to make sure that you have that. And of course, we want to just put it through what I like to call the alignment test. Okay, so it's one thing to think about, all right, well, everybody's saying that we got to pay down some debt. So maybe I'll just take that on as a goal. Or saving, however much money is something that people always talk about. I want you to clear whatever other people talk about out of your mind and your atmosphere, okay? Because when it comes to your goals, you want to make sure that they align with what you actually want. And I'll say it louder for the people in the back. You'll want to make sure that your goals align with what you actually want, not what your friends want, not what your family wants, what you want. And there's a big reason for that. And that's because when we actually choose goals that align with the lifestyle that we want to create or the things that we really enjoy, we are more likely to achieve them. Okay. So when we really focus on what is it that is going to bring me the joy that I want, that's going to add more value to my life? That is the goal that we want to pursue. And that's how we want to align our goals. So any goal that you choose in terms of your finances, I want you to think about, does this bring me closer to the vision I have for my life? Okay, so that's the first thing you want to do when you're considering your financial goals. You've already set them, you've decided on something. Does that bring you closer to your life vision? The next thing is, after you've actually set the goal itself, say you're somebody who's like, I want to buy a home in 2023, right? So with that, you then want to say, okay, does this bring me closer to the vision for my life? Yes. Home ownership is the thing that I want, right? So then the next thing is, do I have any doubts about achieving it? Now, this question is very important to ask yourself when you think about what goals you're going to pursue, because this is where you start with the mindset work. Okay, it's not with just like, I need to have some arbitrary like mindset all set up for me, or like, I just need to have a quote unquote positive mindset, right? That is great. However, it's again best when there is intention and alignment behind it. So if there's any doubts that you have about reaching your goals, you want to write those down. And then as you look at them, let's start to do the work to align our mind to actually achieving it and not holding ourselves back. When we know what that looks like, we want to then replace that thought with something that fulfills us, with something that is going to encourage us to make that happen. Okay. And that's where you get to really start to work on your mindset around it. And then that last part is, what could stop you from reaching this goal? All right. Now, this is slightly different than the doubts, right? This is different in terms of like what obstacles could get in your way. Now, it could be something where we think about previous goals that we've gone after. Maybe there's even some financial goals you went after this year, right? If there's some that you went after and there was an obstacle that you faced, that might be something you want to consider. Could it come back again for this next time? Or maybe there was even a goal that you didn't achieve this year yet, because I'm a big believer and there's still some days, all right? You can still make it happen. The month is not over. However, if it's like a goal that you tried earlier in the year and it still hasn't happened, right? What was something that may have gotten in your way of achieving it? And can that happen with this next goal that you're setting for 2023? And if so, when you write down, again, we're writing down a separate list, right, of anything that could stop you from reaching your goals. When you do that, then we want to start to think about, okay, how do I actually overcome them? So if you've already have the evidence in your life of overcoming a particular obstacle, then write that down. That's the first thing that you want to do. That's something that you can then refer back to if that obstacle approaches again, or honestly, if any obstacle approaches, because then you're like, oh, like I've overcome this before. Like I have the capacity, I have the ability to make it a different story this time. Okay. So I want you to do that. And if it's an obstacle that maybe you have not faced yet, you can still write down how you think you might overcome that obstacle. All right. So those are some things that you want to consider with your financial goals. Remember that you want to set them based off of what is going to be closer to the vision in your life. You want to get as specific as possible. All right. Write out the vision of what it looks like. Write out the details. Definitely write that amount. Okay. We're talking about money, honey. So you want to write out that amount. And then we want to take it through our alignment test. Okay. Is it bringing it closer to the vision for your life? Do you have any doubts about achieving it? This is where I can work on my mindset. And what could stop me from reaching this goal? This is where I plan out and plot out all of the obstacles I could face ahead of time and start to address them one by one. All right. So this is what we're going to do for our financial goals. If you want more information and to have a goal system set up for you, I am hosting a special #financial goals workshop December 28th through the 30th. So you can reach out to me separately to sign up for that. And that's all for your money moment this month.
First and foremost, you need to have your wine.
Oh yes, it's time for Girl Talk with Dawn B, LaTanya, and yours truly, your laid back, down to earth life coach. All right, ladies, it's time to decide. Would you like a question, a scenario, or a personal truth? Think about it, but whatever you
ladies.
Hey.
Happy Monday.
Happy
Oh,
Monday. Hey.
God. I saw lots of stuff on your Instagram this weekend. What's going on with you?
Oh, I was just out in these streets, girl.
What were you doing?
Well, Donnell Rawlings had a birthday party first. I was in LA. So I started
Okay.
there Tuesday. And then Wednesday I went to Dave Chappelle Chris Rock show in Anaheim, California. That was Wednesday, right? Thursday, I don't know where I was. And then Friday we did the Funny Bone in Virginia. Friday and Saturday. Me and Donnell.
Okay. How did it go?
Exhausted. It went well. We had a lot of fun, a lot of great sold out crowds. And
Awesome.
yeah, it was dope.
Okay. All right. Hold on one second. Latanya is backstage.
Yay!
Okay. I guess.
Hey.
Can you see us? She texted me. She's like, I'm back.
I can see you all.
We can't see
I
you.
can
We
hear
hear
you. Yeah, I can hear you, but I
can't see you.
I don't know. My camera
Camera.
is on. It's
Is
on.
something blocking it?
No.
Hmm.
Oh no.
You're dancing around the screen. Do me a favor. Can you log out and log back in?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. We'll be waiting for you. All right. So we've heard from Taryn T Money, and thank you as always. I'm all about keeping my money together. So I love these tips that you have, and just using wisdom when it comes to money. Sometimes we need reminders, sometimes we need refreshers, especially during the holidays, because I get really nostalgic at this time, and it's like I might have a list of like 10 people I'm getting gifts for, and then I'm out and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what about this person? Oh, wait a minute. And then my husband's like, what's up with all this stuff you just brought in the house?
Right.
Or what are you going to do? So thank you for helping us with that. So how have you been? This is the season finale. How was your weekend? How have you enjoyed the season?
Oh, it's been great. I was just on vacation, so I was just celebrating my first anniversary.
Oh, yay. Happy anniversary.
We were in Curacao, so that was awesome.
Is that where you got married?
No, we got married in Jamaica.
Oh,
we just like to be traveling the world.
We
You know?
just
So,
travel to islands and such.
casual island
I
hop.
saved my money. That's dope.
Yeah, look, proper financial planning. Okay. So that was great. So today was actually like my first day back. So I feel like refreshed, ready to go. Rocking my shirt today, you know. So.
Yes, I love your shirt. Made by Be Easily Created.
You know what? Let me see if I can find mine, because this sweater, I got me on menopause hot.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, while you do that, we'll talk to Monique, okay?
Okay, I can still hear you. Sorry about it.
Okay. Oh, yay. I can see Latanya. Let's see. There you are. Hello.
All right. What happened before?
It's okay. Sometimes it happens. All right. So we are over to Monique. Monique, how have you been? How was your weekend?
I have been good. My weekend was fine. I've been taking more care of my nephew. I teach, so I've taken him to transfer to the school that I work at just to give my sister a break. So now I don't have any kids, but I'm navigating like I got one. So it's a little different. I commend parents, especially single parents, because Lord, when I say everything is easier than it looks, it's like from school, you gotta come home and do it all over again. But it's not draining. It's just a lot. It can be overwhelming. I just recently celebrated a birthday, so I'm happy about that. But other than that, everything is what it should be.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
So we have a happy
belated.
anniversary, a happy birthday. So it's been 1 year for you, Taryn?
Yes, 1 year. Officially.
And how old did you turn, Monique?
28.
What? You're not supposed to ask ages?
You guys
I told the world now. I'm gonna tell everybody 22 next year. Though. I'm gonna confuse them. Don't worry about it.
It's all good. All right, Latanya, how are you? How was your week or your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. It was kind of relaxing. I like kind of intentionally worked from home so that I can be present at home. I didn't make it home today, as you can see. So we do the aerobics class. And so I just like kind of transitioned to here. But outside of that, my weekend was real chill. I actually watched TV. I never watched TV. I watched a show on Netflix that had me up. You know, when you watch those series and it's like they end with the plot twist, you like, oh,
yeah, right. You got to watch the next.
You got to watch the next one and the next one until the sun come up. So,
what did you watch?
Riches. It's on Amazon Prime. It was good.
Really? I'm gonna write that down. I've seen it.
I fell asleep.
I'll get to it, but
yeah, it was. I liked Riches. It was real good. Okay. Definitely had me up because I'm not a person who watches TV. So sometimes, like doing nothing is the best weekend ever.
Yeah. Look at all of us, like yeah.
But you know, it always takes me some time to adjust because like when I have a weekend like that, I'm like, am I forgetting something? Is something going on? You know what I mean? Because I'm always busy. So I second guess myself. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, but I do really enjoy those weekends when I don't have anything to do. And I
absolutely
Netflix this weekend. I watched Harry and Meghan.
Ooh, how was that?
Oh.
It was good, but I hope that it's not done. It said a limited series, but it was only 3 episodes, and it didn't feel like it reached a conclusion. So hopefully there'll be more episodes added. But it was interesting. I liked it because they were pretty open and candid about things, but I do feel like it's not done. Like it was kind of like a cliffhanger. Like they've got to have at least 6 episodes, right, for a limited series. What is 3 episodes?
What platform is it on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Netflix. They normally do about 6 to 8 for a limited series. But the sad thing about it is Netflix will get you caught up in the show, and you're gonna have to wait 17 years for the next.
Yeah, that's so. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Like there's one show, Blood and Water. I loved it. I told everybody about it. By the time everybody got around to watching it, the 2nd season still wasn't out. It took them another 2 years to drop the 3rd season, and it's less episodes each time they come back. It's like, what y'all taking so long for if y'all ain't gonna give us the same amount?
Oh wow, yeah. They so it covered basically like their dating life, and then leading up to the wedding. And you know how there were all those tabloids about her sister, and then her dad. So they told it from their perspective. Like, man, I was really disappointed in her dad. Like that was really terrible. But she said she found out on social media that her dad wasn't coming to the wedding. She was supposed to walk her down the aisle.
Oh my God.
Like what?
You know, some of it's kind of scandal. Wait.
Well, he got paid. He was selling, like he created these pictures to look like he was preparing for the wedding, and he sold them to tabloids.
Wow.
Like for 6 figures.
Wow.
Like
I would have did it too. No, I'm just playing.
But you would have still shown up for the wedding, right?
Like, oh wait, you talking about this daughter? I know. But then, okay, so did you guys hear Megan talking like last week or something? And she was like, I don't know, it was a clip from something. She was like, because in America, they didn't treat me like a Black woman. In the UK, they treated me like a Black woman. I was like, what?
What does that even mean?
What does it even mean? Because in America, they treated you like a White woman.
I don't like it.
Well, here's the thing. Before the whole engagement, I had no idea who Meghan Markle was. I
watched her in Suits. I love Suits. Suits was good.
Yeah, well, see, I never even heard of that show. But again, I'm not a TV watcher. But I didn't know who she was. But when I saw the pictures, I didn't know she was African American until I saw her mom, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I didn't really care. Her mom is Black.
Oh, her dad was white.
My
Yeah.
mom worked with her mom.
Yeah. So I mean, like
Really?
I wasn't like it, you know what I mean? When I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, Prince Harry's getting married. You know what I mean? And then I saw her mom and I was like, oh wait, he's marrying a black woman. So then I started paying attention, like, hey, what's this? What's going on? How is this? But she went to Immaculate Heart, which is like a school near where I went to school. So I understand like the type of school that she went to. And she was saying like she hadn't been treated like a black person. I think just her race wasn't made an issue is what she meant. You know what I mean? So she went on about her life, and her mom didn't make race an issue.
She was passing. Oops.
She was passing, but
I'm not even going to talk about it because they are just a nothing. They added nothing.
They added nothing to our life. Well, I guess I was interested because of course I've never seen a royal couple like defect, so to speak. Like what they left the royal family, but it's cool to get the insight on why they did that.
I hope their marriage lasts.
They seem pretty tight, but I mean, again, it's still media, right? We're not there.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, and of course, you only know what people want you to know.
Just a little snippet to throw out. I think that comment, the wording was a little off, but I do get what you're saying. Like it does seem like she no longer could pass. But there's a show on Netflix, which again we can't quote, but there's a show on Netflix. It's called Georgia and Jenny, and I think that it gives a good insight on what it feels like to be mixed in different parts of the world, or mostly in America. And so, as a Black woman, you know, we always think about how they treat Black people, but we never look at how a person who's half Black and half white is treated. And it was crazy to me because to a lot of people, it seemed like there were a bunch of spats about who was the most oppressed. Like it's different races in there. But it was very interesting, I will say, if nothing else, to see, I guess, life from the perspective of a mixed individual versus a fully Black or fully white.
That's true. It was good. I like that one. I'm waiting for that to come back.
You said Georgia and
exactly.
Jenny?
Georgia and Jenny. Yeah.
Jenny and Georgia. My producer is saying it's
Jenny and Georgia. Yeah, it's one of them.
Same thing. You know, same people.
Yeah, or even just growing up, I was telling my husband, so when I was watching it, I recalled my childhood and people asking me, what are you mixed with? Like my whole life. And so I'm like, I don't understand. Like when I look in the mirror, I see a Black person. I don't understand where the question is coming from. Like, why would you think that I was mixed with anything? Like if you knew my parents, both of them are Black. What is the issue? You know what I mean? So, but we are kind of caught up in identifying race.
So caught up.
So, what'd you say?
I say, yep, very caught up and so ignorant about it. Like Black people come in all shit. Everybody in this world has derived from Black people. That's why we have the most array of people. Like every person.
Yeah, we have a very nice array.
I get a little touched about that sometimes. So I'm gonna be quiet and wait on questions, scenarios.
Okay. Keep talking. All right. Well, with that said, do you have your wine? I need to pour mine in my glass. I don't have mine. But Tanya, I know you just ran over from. What do you take? Aerobics? You said. What kind of class is it?
Step aerobics.
Step aerobics. Okay. So you
I don't have wine. I have
electrolytes. What in the world? We got to get you a prettier container.
You know, I do have another container here, but
look, there's goes my Christmas list for
LaTanya. I feel in touch with everything when I.
Oh,
all right.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's get started, ladies. Taryn, you are next to me, so you get the first pick. Would you like a question, a scenario, or a personal truth?
Scenarios like give me anxiety, but we're gonna do it anyway. So scenario.
Oh, we only have two scenarios. So
praise Jesus.
Go with the question. Anything else? I'm gonna use up what we have. Okay, so what did you say?
Question, please.
Oh, a question. Okay. I mean, it was okay if you wanted to do a scenario. No.
No. That's all right.
All right, cool. Why do I feel like there's something missing? Uh-oh. Okay, but anyway, here we go. What the heck is girl code anyway? How do you know if you have violated it or not?
Well, okay.
You're like,
Yeah, I mean, like low key, same
That
question.
must be a man. That's a man.
Right. But also I feel like it's just okay, so the way that I've always been explained or dealt with girl code mostly had to do with like dating in particular. And or if you are out in public spaces, just like if you see another woman like maybe a little too drunk or something, you might go and help her to make sure she's not in a vulnerable position. That part. But also in the dating aspect, it was like if your homegirl dated so and so, you don't. That's it. That's the only person in the group that dates him. That's it. That's it. So yeah.
Well, we decided though once you get older, why let them go to waste? Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Oh, hey.
No, not me.
I thought girl code also is like the men say, bros over hoes, like hoes over bros.
Right, when it comes to your friends.
It's girl power.
I think the girl code is exactly what it says. It is something that we should just understand and know as women. There are just certain lines that you don't cross. There are just certain things that you don't do. I think that being a part of a girl code is essentially saying that you have sisters outside of blood. Like you have people that you know have your best interests at heart, people who have your back, and people that's gonna stand with you whether you're right or wrong. I always tell my friends, I'm with you when you're right. And then I pause and be like, well, which one you wrong too, but we'll correct that later. But like, I think that the girl code is just being everybody. I feel like people water down the term loyalty, but it's being loyal, you know, and in all this honesty to the set to women in general. It doesn't limit you to your friends. I feel like if we understand girl code, you understand girl code. Now, some people may take it differently, but for example, in college, if I went to an off-campus party and I noticed a female from my college. I went to a small school, so everybody knows everybody. If I see one girl like too wasted or too something, and it like, you know, surrounded by guys, it's like, hey, you want to ride back to the school with us? Like, you know, anything like that, just showing that you have another woman's back. It doesn't necessarily have to be your friend, I don't believe. But girl code is just like
girls fighting in the street, like, are y'all good? Like, one time in Chico, I didn't follow all the way through a girl code because they was fighting. They were clearly friends. Right?
Fighting, yeah.
They were clearly friends, but they was like, drunk. And I was like, y'all good? Like, I just brought it to their attention. This is what you guys are doing. And one of them ran over to my car, like, yeah, we're not fine. Can you get me home? I was like, no, I can't. You got the Uber app, sis? I was not letting her drunk ass in my car. Like,
help her. Did you at least help her download the app?
She had it, and they calmed down. They got it together. They started walking it. But it was
so. I look at girl code like dress code. If you know how they say with dress code, if you have to question it, then
that's what I was going to say about the second one. Yeah.
So
that's good.
You know, if as females, like if you are questioning if it's right or if it's wrong, should you do it or should you not do it, then just don't do it. Period. That's just how I look at girl code.
True,
and
but I think
even
go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was saying yes, that, but also extended to like what Taryn and Monique were saying. So as far as like friendship, because I know I've been out and I'll see a girl looking like she tried, but it didn't work out. But she'll be with a group of girls, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, those are not her friends. Because like if we're going out, I want you to look your best when you go out. Why would I allow you to walk out the door looking
that one right there,
or looking,
that one right there?
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not doing that. But now, if she's like, I look fine, I just don't have any friends like that, so I don't even know why I'm throwing that out.
Yeah, no, I will tell you.
I'm glad
sometimes you can have friends and you can try to correct them and assist and help, and you mean well, but because of their own insecurities and because they think that, no one can tell them anything, then they're gonna still do what they want to do anyway. And
Mhm.
so I think, I like, just from my own experience, it's also helped me to, like, I don't, if I see the group of girls out and, one of them is kind of busted, it's just like, you know what, they probably tried to help her and she's comfortable in her skin. And so
Sometimes, and sometimes
it's
people
like you
flip
just get
it.
tired.
I agree with Latonya. Sometimes people flip it though. Again, in college, I had one friend. I'm not going to talk about how she dressed because I wasn't raised like that. But I will say that, like, standing on the side of the rest of us, it was like a little awkward. Like, I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable, but like, we're young, we're 18, 19, a group of guys approaches us, and everybody approaches someone but you. So naturally, you may feel a little left out. And so we're like, girl, like, we start saying, hey, I started to be like, hey, put this shirt on instead. This shirt will look better. It's like different ways, but I do agree with Latanya as far as if you have to question if you violated the girl code 9 times out of 10, you violated it because you don't
Mhm.
question yourself when you certain. Like Don said, she was like, well, I did that one time. I ain't follow through all the way on the girl code, but that was something she understood. At the end of the day, I mean, we can only do so much for the people we don't know. We can
This
only
is
offer
true.
so much to the people that we don't know. So I do think
Exactly.
that if you feel like you dropped the ball, chances are you did. But I also feel like it's respectable of the girl code if, like, because we can say you dropped the ball, but if you don't know, how can we fault you? Everybody wasn't raised under the girl code. Everybody wasn't raised to,
Mhm.
do things the way we do. Some people was raised to look out for themselves and themselves only. And I can't fault them because that's how you were wired. But a lot of us grow and we learn, and you either deal with the girl code because you choose to, because you feel like it would be best for life, or you just decide to mind your own business. Me personally, I always have other people's better interests at heart because who is to know when I'm gonna need someone for anything? So, and just because I need somebody don't mean somebody gonna show up. But I know that all the good that I've done will eventually show up in some way. It's
Right.
gonna do something.
Agreed. Agreed. All right. Cool. Monique, it's up to you. Question,
Ooh,
scenario,
give
or
me
personal
a scenario.
growth? All right. Here we go. Well, sisters, my future father in law passed yesterday, and we are 2 months out from our wedding. Our best man committed suicide last June, right before our engagement party, and I was already doing a memorial at the ceremony for him. Now I have to do one for my father in law. Do you ladies think that's too much, or have any suggestions on what I can do so that it's not overly somber? Suggestions.
Oh, dang. First of all, I'm sorry to whoever sent in that question because that is just depressing reading it. Not to even mention that you're getting ready to get married, so I can only imagine the other stresses on top. Um, I I don't know. Maybe take a different day or take a snippet of the reception. I don't really know how you can avoid it, but I would say throw it in there somewhere right before y'all get too turned up so that we can remember them and then you can bring the party back too. Like, you can bring them back at bay. Otherwise, everybody is probably going to be sitting around sad. But unfortunately, you kind of got to throw it in the mix of stuff or pick another day before or after the ceremony is what I would
Mhm.
suggest.
Yeah.
Even if you did it before the ceremony and then y'all went on and had the wedding, but I don't know how you can throw that in there without it being at least just like a damper of
No,
sadness.
I
Yeah.
would definitely say those two people were celebrated all the way at their service, at their memorial, or at their service. There are subtle ways that they can celebrate the lives of the father in law and the best man. It can be a picture in their program in love and memory of these two people. They can do a small table at the reception if they have a larger wedding, so they can do a small table with a candlelight, with candlelights just at that table. It can be near like the bride and the groom table. I would not, definitely would not highlight it too heavy. Like I would just do it subtly. Like even for my wedding, I just put a small tribute in the program for our loved ones who were no longer here with us. I would let the wedding be the wedding.
Yeah.
Right. And then the father-in-law passed away. It was still like at the time, it seems like at the time that she wrote this, it's still fresh. But then 2 months from now, I mean, it's still going to be fresh because you can't really put a timeline on grieving. But at the end of the day, like, don't double memorialize the two that's passed away. It's like that's you. People put a lot on themselves by just doing that. Like celebrate the birthday, the first year after they're gone. Like that's a lot on a person.
Yeah.
Or you could
Let
just
the
like, I like the candle at the table idea.
Yeah.
Or you could just run a funny reel, like pictures of good times of both of them.
Exactly.
Quick
Yeah.
and or maybe a quick funny story, or not get married because it's really killing people. Like wedding. Oh my God, y'all might not want to get married. I'm sorry. See,
I think a wedding is gonna happen, but I do like your idea. I have actually seen that done where there's
I'm
like
sorry.
a picture.
I'm sorry.
I was like, how is Don going to?
I didn't know how that was gonna go either. You know, Don was coming with the jokes though. That was a good one.
Okay, go.
So I have seen it where they have done like so it's two people, just like two picture frames, both of the people in their own picture frame, kind of off to the side, like at the reception, like you said, with a table and something, just a little note saying shining down on us from heaven or something like that. Like real simple, really nice, so that you show that they do matter. But again, right, you're not trying to make a happy occasion a sad occasion. So yeah, I agree with you.
I think what the person who wrote the question was trying to figure out is if they were being selfish for wanting to celebrate their marriage and their union with their spouse. And if that's what I feel like the question was getting at, the answer is no. You are not selfish for wanting to celebrate yourself. At the end of the day, y'all gonna remember them whether y'all announce it or not, because we already knew who was supposed to be in the program. You know, the best man was supposed to be behind the groom. You knew the such and such supposed to walk him down the aisle. Like, we just knew certain things were already supposed to occur. So whether we mention it or not, they're gonna be remembered.
Right.
I was gonna say I've seen it also done where they had like the table with the pictures of each of each person, and then like their name, right under that, and that table was right next to like the guest book signing. So it's like most people are going to pass it was like the guest book / gift table situation. So most people are going to pass that anyway. And so therefore you end up, everyone in the wedding most likely ends up interacting with it. So, that allows their memory to still be there too.
Yeah, go celebrate, girl. Enjoy your union.
Right.
Have a good time.
Absolutely. I agree. All right. Dawn B, question, scenario, or personal truth?
Wait, what was that last one?
That was a scenario.
Okay, personal question. Truth.
Personal truth. Are you okay over there? Right. What is your favorite love song? Dawn B. Is that the name of it?
I don't know. What's a love song? Like, I don't know. It's several thousand of them. But I like the one I think is Pretty Brown Eyes.
Yes.
Is that a love song?
That's one of my favorites. Yeah.
I was like, I just found out like a year ago that it was a cappella.
Okay.
Did y'all know it was no music?
Breaking My Heart. Yeah. I'm in Condition.
Isn't that the one that's a cappella?
I don't think it's a cappella.
One of them. Both of those, Pretty Brown Eyes and I don't know.
Shy? Are you talking about Shy? Like If I Ever Fall in Love? That's acapella.
And that one too. That's it. That one.
Oh,
I like
okay.
Pretty Brown Eyes. That one you just said. I don't know. Jesus Christ. All of them.
I know, right?
Uh,
There are so many. Yeah.
I know it's hard to just say one. Like,
yeah, I can't.
Some of them are
12 play
related to
album.
special circumstances, certain
Yeah,
instances in your life.
Who I'm feeling, how much I'm feeling them. If we just broke up, remember All Cried Out? That's a sad love song.
Yeah.
Lisa Lee and Coach.
I remember
Yes,
that.
yes. Absolutely.
Oh, cried out.
There are so many.
And I used to sing those songs so hard. Had never been in love. But I don't.
That's so true, because when Lisa came out, yeah,
I was singing that hard. Has anyone ever dated who's a tired?
What? You see a question?
Yeah, I don't understand. Has anyone ever dated?
What does anyone ever?
Oh, was over the top.
Embarrassing. What do you say?
Embarrassing? No. I think my husband can be very unique, but that's what I love about him. I love that he is unapologetically himself, that he doesn't care what anybody thinks. I love that about, I mean, sometimes it'll make me laugh, and if we're going certain places, I'll be like, not that today. But because he can be very noticeable when you walk in the room.
So, like my ex-husband, he would wear a suit to the Forest Preserve. I'm like, dude, July, let's just coupling. I'm talking about embroidered.
Like, bruh, tone it down, plees.
We popping fireworks. Like, other than that, like, I just rock until, like we going to the jump zone. It's a trampoline park, bro. Take the tie off at least. So,
I don't think I've ever dated anyone whose attire was over the top embarrassing.
Oh yeah.
And
I wasn't there.
That's a hard one, because that goes into, like, I don't know, just start buying them stuff when y'all get close enough. Just start buying him
what
stuff.
type of embarrassing are you talking about? Like creative? But if you're talking about like raggedy, that's different.
I think you just gotta pick better people. You get a peek at what they're gonna look like when you first meet them. And a lot of people take things like I know that coming up, a lot of the times you will hear a man say, "Look at that man's feet first. See what kind of shoes he got on. Look at this, look at that." If you scoped him out, or he scoped you out, and you took the bait, and you hate the way he dressed, I agree with LaTanya. You better start buying him little pieces here and there, and be like, "Nah, put this on instead." And he'll start to be like, "You don't like how I dress or something?" And you'll be like, "I just feel like,
no, I don't, dude.
It's matter as a unit." I have a friend
like me.
That's me.
I got a friend. Her brother has a girlfriend. They've been together for years, and he don't like the way she dressed. When they're going regular places, he let her do whatever she want to do. When it's an event, he go and pick out the outfits. Like, he go and get the outfits and be like, "Hey, this is what we're wearing." And she don't mind, because she know that she don't put as much into how she appears as he does. So she don't have a problem with him. So I feel like it shouldn't be a problem. Like LaTanya said, buy him a little something. He might be like, "Dang, you don't like what I got on?" But he gonna be like, "Dang, she really don't like what I got on." He gonna do something about it, Or you might have to settle out of court for something else. I don't know.
You have to take it in the face.
So what did she say?
She said he wore a long red patent leather coat to a concert.
Creative.
Oh, he's an attention seeker. Yeah, that's sometimes like seriously.
When they go to concerts,
What's the
he goes
range
all out.
for me? I'm
You
sorry.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta it sounds like you gotta step your game up to be with him. Shit. He coming out the closet on
Right,
every time.
That's all you do.
He coming out like
ready.
Okay. So my question, since you are
Who you say, Andre 3000?
Right.
Is it embarrassing over the top because you don't favor his attire, or is it embarrassing over the top because now all eyes are on y'all? Like, which one is it?
Yeah,
she said 3 concerts, 3 eclectic outfits.
Listen.
Oh, you gonna have to.
Okay,
Girl,
you got your fashion model on your hand.
You gotta match his energy.
What they say, you gotta match his fly. You gotta come with it because it sounds like he ain't playing.
Right. You need to go
next
for the pit.
But bro, he gonna come out with the fish tank in his shoes on your head.
Oh, Jerome has been down since 75. When you go to concerts, I think you should.
That's the
concert.
You need to be taking pictures.
No, I don't. I don't think if you're not on stage, just tone it down, my brother.
At least it's concerts and not comedy shows. Because if it's comedy shows,
oh my God, right?
Just don't sit in the front row. Just don't sit in the front row because they will.
Right, dude. Are you?
They don't need to be on the front row, right, Dawn?
At all.
5 rows back.
So what you gonna have to do the next time he come out with all these outfits? Like, you performing tonight?
No, this is what I tell you to do, girl. Get up and you find the most out there outfit that you can, and y'all both got there dressed real crazy. And then you let him determine if he like how y'all look. And if he say you got on too much, be like, that's how I feel every time we come out this door. You gotta put on close to your face, close to your knees. And I'm like, you got to reverse it on him because then he can see it when you do it. What they say is cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Right.
Oh, no. Now you trying to notice. You trying to notice by the artist. Girl. Okay. That's what this is. Now we know what concerts it is. It's specific concerts, all concerts.
What's the next concert? I got to see him in action.
We all want to go now.
Right. I'm trying to see.
At least picture. We put on next season.
Yes.
I don't like. I'm so simple with things. Like, I don't like all that over the top. But I definitely don't feel like. See, people will stop dating a person that's good to them and good for them just because of the way they dress and miss out on a whole little blessing when that is something that can be worked on and changed, like, down the line.
One thing that I tend to tell the students, because y'all know kids can be mean. And I teach grammar school, like elementary. So one thing I normally tell the kids when someone is talking about is, hey, look, everybody got their own style, and when you make your own money, you can dress how you please. Now, you can tell me you don't like what Miss Polk got on, and that's fine. But the difference between Miss Polk and y'all is Miss Polk paid for every single thing she got on. Y'all are wearing what people can afford, y'all. So you can't control what he gonna wear. Like Latanya said, unless you're gonna start buying him little pieces, you're gonna have to roll with him. If you like him, you love him. You like him, you love him.
Well, she dated Kanye West, apparently.
Whoa.
No,
not the poncho.
No, bro.
Yeah, you gotta.
This ain't it. Maybe you just don't go to concerts with him no more.
Love it.
Maybe he got something going on that you don't know. Y'all be getting backstage interest or something. Y'all be backstage with.
Man, look, I'm done. She talking about they at the city winery.
No, man.
Y'all ain't even at a.
No, man. No.
That's too intimate. Everybody can see him walk in at the city winery.
Right.
All right. I feel like you just get exhausted with his attire sometimes. You be like, not this again. Like, come on. God. Can we just regular for once? Do that little TikTok thing where y'all get ready to go somewhere. They do the 2 cards and you pick one. But people cheat and they put the same thing on both cards. So you can say dress over the top or dress regular. Just put dress regular on both. And
that's his regular attire, probably.
That's what he does.
The regular, not his regular. regular.
He said, you got to be extra, drink wine, okay?
Hello.
That's funny. All right, Latanya, it's your turn.
I'll take a question.
Is it okay to force your children to go to church?
Yes. It's not forcing your children to go to church. You just taking them to church. And the only time I think it's not okay is if there is a religious difference between like the two parents, where one is not Christian, one may be a Muslim or something like that, and that's where there's a problem. Or you have your anytime it creates confusion with the child, I think that's when it becomes a problem. But outside of that, every child who, like all my cousins who were forced to go to church, even if they didn't like it, as they became adults, the foundation that they got, the prayer, like understanding the power of prayer and all of that, it all came to play when they were adults. So kids don't like to do nothing. They don't know what they like or what's necessarily good for them. So I really don't think it's really called forcing your kids to go to church. It's like you are going to church, and if it's part of your foundation, it's part of theirs.
Yeah.
And they'll understand it and appreciate it at a later time.
I agree.
So,
because you can't help the way you were reared. Like, give them the foundation, like you said. Now, when you're old enough to make a decision about who, what, when you want to follow, then let it be open. And I mean, it happened to me. I was raised in the Catholic world. And when I got old enough to make a decision of how I wanted to operate and how spiritual or religious that I wanted to be, it was totally fine. But I had a complete understanding because I was forced to go to church every Sunday and listen to my mama sing, who couldn't. But it was good. I mean, and you know the Bible. You have knowledge of all things then, right? Then you're knowledgeable. Like, oh, I studied that. I'm not following that, but I know about it.
Right. Yeah, like I can see if just say a dad was Muslim, so he would take the child to the mosque, and then so they're going to the mosque on Friday and then to the church on Sunday. Like, I think that creates a little bit of confusion.
I don't even know if I agree with that creates confusion. I think it gives them a broader perspective. Like, you can see how Muslims worship, what they think, what they believe, as opposed to somebody telling you you shouldn't be Muslim because this.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So I don't really think that it causes confusion unless you're just mean. But I agree that I don't think that it's. I think that if this is how our household operates, as long as you are part of this household, this is something that we do. It's kind of like we shower daily. You know what I mean? We eat breakfast together on Sunday morning, or you know what I mean? It's part of what we do. Now, what I don't think you can't force somebody to accept Jesus Christ as their personal Lord and Savior. You can't say, now they called you go up to the front of the church. I don't agree with that. But yeah, you should go. It's a routine. They need to see just like what you say.
I said it's God. Like, either way it goes, it's somebody's God. So I just feel like you can't deny it until you know it.
Exactly.
And even if it's still God. It's Allah. It's just a different name.
Yeah. Right. As a person who wasn't forced to go to church, I can say that I can't say if I fully agree or disagree, but I can say that I probably would have been better off had I been forced, so to speak, to go to church, because I had to go through I went to a Methodist college, and that's when I started to dive into religion and figure out what I believe. And so that's when I started to insert myself into the church and get closer to different people who believe different things, because I just saw the way their faith moved and the way that God worked for them. And I was like, why won't he do stuff like this for me? Like, I haven't done any wrong. But the truth was just that I wasn't forced to be in the Bible. I wasn't forced to believe a lot of things. So now I force that upon myself, because it's like, hey, look,
feels good.
It goes somewhere. It helps. And to be honest, I don't know what I would do if we didn't have church once a week and Bible study once a week. I don't know what type of person I would be. I'm just going to be honest, because it's so easy to get caught up in life and be who you want to be impulsively. But, having that attachment to some type of source or some type of religion, some type of a God, it gives you something to look back on. It stops and makes you think twice before you do certain things. It makes you understand why things play out certain ways. And it also helps you to realize, like, what things are God and what things are just life. Like, some things are inevitable. But I feel like sometimes the idea of forcing people to go to church, they start to see things as like, oh, God is a God of this. God don't trick you. God is not a God of punishment, but definitely consequence to whatever actions you choose. So I feel like that a lot of people get little dibs and dabs on what they think God is, and then when it don't play out in their favor, it's like, I should never been forced to go to church, because the truth is that everybody believes in something. Whatever you call it, we all believe in something. Something keeps us going. So I do feel like, no, I agree. You definitely can give them something to look forward to, or at least build a platform of, hey, this is how we're navigating, this is how we work.
Yeah.
And for as long as the people who are teaching them believe what they're teaching them, the kids follow. Like if the parents are fully believing, like fully giving themselves and their faith to God, you know, the kids are gonna follow. Hey, look, I've seen things get hard, but I've seen my mama pray, I've seen my mama tithe, I've seen this, and that, and it all works out somehow in the
I
end.
just encourage my kids to ask questions. Just
Yeah, what does it hurt us to get to have something to believe in? We tell them about the tooth fairy, we tell them about Santa Claus, we tell them about all types of stuff. What does it hurt to have something
when
to
I tell you, I had a time. I failed religion in high school.
Right. I remember you saying that, but it used to be back in the day. I used to hear people say that all the time, like you don't question God. Uh-oh, what happened to my meat? You don't question him. But the churches that I went to, we were encouraged to ask questions. Like it says, study to show yourself approved unto God. And I remember my childhood pastor saying, like, I believe my wife believes this, but at the end of the day, when we die, I got to stand in front of God by myself. You know what I mean? So I'm responsible for me. So I have to make choices of my own. So I have to study the word myself. Like you ask questions, get those questions answered. It shouldn't be you just blindly accept what somebody, because God is a real God. You don't need to trick anybody into following him.
Yeah,
And
we were team Creaster, so we only went on Christmas and Easter. Yes, Creasters. So we only went those 2 times. I will say I did not like it, but that was also, there was like an attire thing going on. Like I didn't like wearing dresses and stockings and things like that. And so, but that was like the only time I was forced to wear them. And therefore I didn't have a great association with church for that reason. So I think that like if we went more often or more regularly, I might have felt differently. But I still went, still had to go. So like it was what it was. I would say yeah. But I would say like, yeah, force, you just like when you're a minor, you just got to do what what your parents tell you to do. And that just kind of is what it is. I will say that one cool thing about not necessarily having
okay, what did you say?
Is the spirit moving through you, Don? Is the spirit moving? I'm sorry. All right. So I will say, like, since I did not like go as often, when I had a friend invite me to go to their church when I was in high school, I got more into religion for that reason, because it felt like a fresh perspective almost for me. And it kind of took off from there. But either way, like if you a minor, you got to go where you got to go. But I do believe, I will say this, I do believe if you do have like, I don't know, a teenager or young adult who says, hey, I want to go to XYZ other church or service or whatever to experience that, I believe you should let them do that to at least, follow what curiosity they have. I just believe that's good for growth. But outside of that,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I agree. Okay. We are over the hour. As we can see, we did not get to all the questions and all of the personal truths that we had lined up. So we're gonna have
too much fun with the question about the overdresser. We had
I
too much
mean,
fun with it.
But it's the finale. The finale is always 7 minutes longer.
Oh, okay. 7
Like,
minutes.
you know how
And
you
then,
watch shows at the end
yeah.
of the
So we get 7 more
So
minutes.
true.
All right. So good. That means I get to choose
yes,
something,
you get one.
correct? So let's keep it. I want to keep it light since we're bringing it to a close. What is a TV show you're certain you've seen every episode of? Um, most of these will have to go back to either my childhood or college. So I'm gonna say probably either the Cosby Show or Martin. I'm pretty sure I've seen
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
every
sure.
episode of those. Yeah. And then Martin, now, if you haven't, you can catch him.
Mhm.
You can watch him late night.
I'm certain of Martin. I'm certain.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I Love Lucy too.
Really?
Ooh
You
wee.
went way back.
Ooh wee. I even
I'm
got
thinking Law and Order SVU. You can't convince me I haven't seen every episode of Law and Order
It's
SVU.
so many of them though.
But just the SVU, not the regular one, not the criminal intent. Law and Order SVU. I
But
done
that's like
seen every
15 years
episode.
worth of show.
Let
yeah,
me
I've
tell
but
you
see,
something. My auntie had me watching. My auntie
every
had me watching that when I was a child. Okay, I done went back and you can know Hulu got a bunch of them. Hulu got like from the first season. I done seen all of them.
yeah,
Every
I grew
single
up
one.
watching that one.
Yeah.
but I'm certain.
Mine would be Martin in Living Color
Three's Company.
and really Def Comedy Jam.
Oh yeah.
I'm certain I saw Def Comedy.
Cause I used to record the Def Comedy Jam, so I
Bernie
like
Mac very first appearance.
Yeah.
That's in my ingrained right here.
Kick it.
I ain't scared of you.
Yeah, I ain't scared of you, mother. Is that T? No, that ain't T. That ain't T. Like I remember all of the Def Comedy Jams
Yeah.
and Living Color. Like
I think I saw all of them, but I'm certain I saw all of Martin.
yeah, I think I've seen all of the Martin episodes as well.
I have a cousin
But
that
now
has seen them all. He knows like every episode. Like if you
Same.
Martin trivia, he's gonna win.
Oh, me too.
I don't know if I
I,
win.
I don't know why, but I'm from Chicago, and when I got to school in Arkansas, there were so many people obsessed with Martin. I was like, I ain't seen all these episodes already. Like, y'all ain't watched this yet, and they are. When I say they cackling, y'all, they bugging up like they ain't never seen them before. And I was like, y'all got to be kidding me.
I
You
still
guys
laugh at Martin.
You came
Used
up
to be a
watching
fan.
Martin, the Steve Harvey show. What else was coming on
the
around?
Jamie
That was so
Foxx
much.
show.
Yes, Jamie Foxx show, all that. I'm like, y'all can't tell me y'all ain't never seen this stuff before.
Oh, the one with the hotel. I'm like, what? Because he has
Yes.
another one out where he's like a dad. I don't like that one so much.
It's strange.
No, I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all them. They trying to remake everything.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't right.
I'm like a TV show completer, so my list is quite long.
Yeah, I'm a TV show completed too, girl.
And so yeah, and I'm one of those, like, I have a list of shows that like maybe like were on live or something when I was younger and they were interesting to me. And so then I've now gone back to like watch them. Or I just wasn't watching them at the time.
Yeah.
Like Gilmore Girls is an example of that. But yeah, and also I am one of the last few loyal Grey's Anatomy people.
See,
I've watched that show every single week since the premiere. So I'm always
did it 2 seasons ago. They lost me.
they lost it 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I feel like that's just like a significant part of like my life, honestly.
So all the Private Practice.
Oh yes, I saw Private Practice too. I love
This
that.
person
This
said
is a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
Liars in P Valley. Oh, I saw that too. But that was only like 2 seasons.
I've not.
like
That's
those.
where I stopped watching.
Johnny
That's when I
Lawrence.
stopped watching TV.
What?
Like I don't. If it's not an older show, then I don't watch TV often at all. So like
so much
P
fun,
Valley, I've never. Y'all will kill me. I've never seen P Valley. I've never seen Power.
I haven't
You
seen
never
Power.
seen Power?
Now you work
I
on
didn't
it.
watch Power.
Listen, Latanya, just hear me out,
I
okay?
love Power.
I was
The P-Valley.
headstrong on not
That's
hopping
true.
on the bandwagon for Power, okay? I was headstrong, and I walked in on one episode. My parents was watching, and man
Hooked.
shot and killed his son. 50 Cent shot and killed his son. I was like, what is going on in here? And my pops was like, I told you. And I was
No,
like,
I used to be an Empire
Right.
watcher.
it's
Oh, I
so
watched-
I've never seen. I've
Empire
not
went
seen
out.
Empire either.
Okay, hold
I
on.
did that.
Latanya just does it. She's one of those I don't watch TV kind of things.
No, I just don't
She
watch
doesn't want to watch Power. She just doesn't watch TV.
Yeah, it's me. I don't watch
seriously.
TV. Now I probably can tell you all the funny stuff on like IG or something like that. Like I've seen
You
those
listen to radio?
clips.
See, I could trade radio. I could trade radio. In TV or radio, please give me my television.
Oh, well,
No, give me my radio. I love so that's the difference. Like, no, TV, I don't have to watch TV. But the radio, I'm LL Cool J. I can't live without my
love
radio.
my music. Definitely.
Yeah, I love the music. My music is everything. If I'm feeling a certain type of way, yeah. And this, she's who else? Seashells Prosperity. Yes, I like audiobooks.
Oh,
So I'll listen to audiobooks and I'll watch a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
And it's just
actually read books, but I haven't had a lot of time. So I didn't get into audiobooks until probably earlier this year.
Oh, I love them.
Because I was in the car a lot and I wanted to read, but I didn't have time to like just sit down and read. So I did a few audiobooks. But sometimes like I don't like the way they're read.
See, that's what I was gonna say. That's my fear with audiobooks. Because I love a good book. But to sit and have somebody read it, what if you don't sound the way that I feel like it should sound?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't like the way.
Right.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
exactly.
I'm into true crime though. So like the shows that I probably have seen every single episode of, y'all gonna be like, huh? What?
The
Like
Staircase?
Love Lies, For My Man, Fatal Attraction. Like I am obsessed with true crime. And I think that it's an awareness thing. Like I just feel like I can't believe there's so much happening around me. And ain't nobody talking about it. So I gotta have both because half the time, if you can't sit in front of a TV, I just started listening to podcasts where they can tell the story, and it's like, girl. But then I'd be like, oh my God, and people like, what happened? Girl, nothing. I'm listening to a podcast show.
Wow.
Oh, can you?
I didn't.
Oh,
know
I
that.
don't know.
I don't know. I tried the audiobook game. It wasn't for me.
No,
I
they're
actually
the
give me my regular book.
audiobooks are pre-recorded, so it's just like a whole production. So I have Audible, and I did get a book, a TD Jakes book, and I was not feeling a voice. I was like, I can't do this one.
What she said?
Yeah, I'm like TD Jakes. I want to hear the power in the voice. So
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You were still reading.
Oh, I was just.
But yeah, so okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's time to wrap it up. I appreciate you all. Let me just appeal to you guys out there. We have a lot of people that like the page. Can you please go to YouTube and subscribe? If we could transfer all those likes over to YouTube, maybe one of these days I could actually pay my panel.
I would take some followers. I gotta get my followers up on IG. I'm gonna have to pay somebody.
Yeah, something, right?
No, just be more consistent.
Huh?
Be more consistent on IG with your posts, and you have to do more than posts. You have to engage.
Yep, you gotta engage.
I have to start doing videos, right? Is that what you mean by engage?
Yeah, like the reels are definitely
no, like commenting and liking other people's stuff.
Yeah,
like their stuff, comment. The more you interact with others, the more your stuff pops up on other people's like For You page, Explore page.
How do you have time? How do you have time to do that?
Oh, you don't. You know, sometimes you double tap and you might think it's cute, so you double tap, just swipe up. A lot of these apps have like free text little stuff you can just tap and submit. Just press that.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it might come off as disingenuous. How do they know that? But the truth is that it does get you seen more. It puts you in the algorithm.
Okay, so tell me one more time what I have to do. I have to like and comment on other
like,
people's
comment, share. So I get a lot of interaction because I share so much stuff. It makes no sense whether I'm sharing it like as a repost or if I'm sharing it to somebody else, like, man, look at this. Like, did y'all see this? Like, you just interact on it. The more you do on it, the more you'll get from it. But social media is hard work. It is hard work.
I mean, this is what I do to get like all my clients and stuff. But like a great thing, you already have content here. So honestly, you can just go back and get clips of like maybe the question, right? Or maybe the scenario, and then like you're posting that, or just like little clips of what somebody is saying. You can put those and post those on there. But yeah, you want to respond. That's a big thing. Like, yes, comment and stuff on other people's stuff, but make sure you're like replying to any comments and stuff.
Also, make your post engaging. So when you're posting, ask questions that people may want to answer, like, hey, what type of things do you want to see? Or like for me, when it comes to hair, I will do one person's hair and post about it 10 times. Because I'm gonna post a video, I'm gonna post a before and after, I'm gonna post like a little snippet sped up of me actually working on their hair. I'm gonna post something talking about the products that I use and why I like them. And then I'm going to ask that other people, you know, after I've serviced them, hey, post, tag me in it. I'm gonna share that to my page. Like, it's a lot of work. And to some people, it's like, dang, I keep seeing the same stuff on your page. But once your followers get there, you ain't gonna have to worry about posting the same stuff.
I'm gonna take a picture. Everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Wait, Aisha, you blink. Oh my God, that was.
I did.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Screenshot up. Screenshot. Oh damn! Now I look good.
All
Okay.
right. Well,
I tried.
thank you. Season, I think, oh, that's so cute. I think season 6 has, I really enjoyed this season. I think I was more relaxed during this season. I was better prepared. Like I spent my summer just making sure I had all my Boss Chicks booked before the season began. I did my flyers. Like I just had a lot of things done before the season actually started, so that felt good. No trips to the hospital with my family, with my mom, so that was great. None of those types of interruptions. So, yeah, this felt really good. So I am already. I created a Boss Chick application because somebody texted me, one of the Boss Chicks that was on the show. She texted me and she's like, so how do people who want to be a Boss Chick, how do they get in touch with you? Is there a form? Is there a section? I was like, huh.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we still recording. We just, it's okay. But
Okay,
oh, you want to say something? Oh,
no,
okay.
I didn't know if we was still on. Something I could say after the show.
Oh, okay, right. Well, I can close out and we can have our after the show. You know how we do. You want me to do that?
No, because I was just asking.
Oh, okay. So she was like, do you have an application or anything for people who want to be a Boss Chick? And I was like, I hadn't thought about that. So I created one. And so there now is a form. You can get it from my link tree. You can go directly. So, but we only have 10 weeks, right, per season. And I think we already have 9 Boss Chicks for next season. So God is so good. I mean, it's getting easier and easier. Of course,
You're doing a really good job. Very coordinated.
Thank you. Thank you. Of course, I do want to say thank you to my producer, my 16-year-old producer. She doesn't want to come on. We're live, so she's not going to come on the screen right now. But anyway, and yes, I'm sure there are other things that we need. So if you are like a professional out there and you're like, this could be a little better, I am all open for constructive criticism. If it's going to help me be better, that's what I'm about. I strive for excellence. So if I'm doing something wrong, or if I'm not doing something quite right, please let me know. If you'd like to offer guidance or mentorship, I'm open to that as well. I do have a business coach because I remember she told me, she was like, don't do that. I'm cool with that. As long as you're trying to help me get better, we're good. And that's all I can think of. There are things coming up. I have some things that I'm planning. So, but I don't want to say what they are now. I will let you know. But Taryn, are you good for season 7 or? because I know you got these prosperous businesses. I never know who can come back and who can't.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll be here.
Oh, right. Monique is here. Okay, so we did this season, we had guest co-hosts, right? So now it's time to vote. I know that seems harsh, doesn't it? I don't know. We'll figure something out. But you
Yeah,
can go to Candid Conversations, the group. What'd you say, Don?
Yeah, I want it to be anonymous. Damn.
No,
You gotta vote right now.
Yeah, what's your vote? No, in the group on Facebook, in Facebook groups, you can comment anonymously. Like you can do it anonymously. But it has to be in the group. You can't just.
Oh, I'm starving.
Okay, yeah, me too. All right. So everybody out there in YouTube and Facebook land, thank you so much for rocking with us for the entire season 6. We are already preparing for season 7. So stay tuned. Keep looking out for ads. I'm going to go run and create a promo right quick so we can have that ready for season 7. And again, I am looking forward to your constructive criticism. If you tell me something's wrong, don't just say I don't like that. Tell me why. Tell me what could be better. All right. But thank you so much for being here. I can't thank you enough. It has been fun and it will continue to be fun. And we will see you next season.